Here we are in this week's assignment module, and these assignments are due this Sunday, February 24th. The reading for this week is Chapter 3 in the textbook. It's about the German movement known as Sackplakat, very interesting poster design style, the First World War, and an art and design movement known as Dada, which is kind of an anti-art movement. This week's e-lectures, one of them is about Abram Games, who was a British graphic designer who used very graphically charged symbols to catch people's eye. And he did quite a bit of work in Great Britain over a long period of time. Very important graphic designer. Also, an article about a graphic design journal that was published in Berlin from 1924 to 1944 and was a very influential graphic design journal. Graphic design was still in its early stages as a profession at that time, but it became a very important magazine. Also read about the Gestalt in graphic design. Gestalt is a psychology term which means a unified whole. And in Germany in the early part of the 20th century, they created theories about how people perceive things. Also, you'll be doing your usual bibliography and design and context assignment, choosing an image related to Chapter 3. It's worth 25 points, and as you've done in the past, just click the link here, and that will take you into the area where you turn in your assignment. You'll post that in the discussion board. Also this week, you'll begin the next phase of your museum exhibition project, which is the developmental phase. And again, like the first phase, you have 4 weeks to work on it. You'll be compiling a list of images, and you need to have at least 10 images in your exhibition, and you'll include the following information. You'll also compile a complete bibliography on your topic and all designers that you are including in the exhibition. And again, you have 4 weeks to work on this, just like the first phase. Gives you plenty of time to do this a little bit each week. For this week's web biography, I've included some links to topics that are covered in this week's reading. The link of Nicholas Stoecklen is someone we'll be learning about this week, one of my favorite graphic designers from that period who does some really interesting work, and these are some of the posters that are in the collection of the Museum of Modern Art in New York. They have, in addition to art, they also have a great collection of graphic design. Also, the Smithsonian Institution has some posters that we would call propaganda posters. I know that Brenda's working on a project about propaganda posters, so you may be interested in having a look at that. So that's this week's assignment. If you have any questions, be sure to email me. Otherwise, have fun.